Zombie apocalypse.
Just real quick, I wanted to show you if your sunroof switch goes out on your 2011 to I believe 2016, you got to take this whole dash piece out of here. There are a couple of screws up here in the sunglass holder. You take those out, and then I already got this out. There's some clips on the side of here that you just kind of have to pull out, pull it down from the front. There's one on the other side too. And then you got these clips on the back here. These slide up, so you got to pull this basically forward a little bit and then down. Don't just try to yank it down or you'll break these off or damage the headboard up here. The other thing you do is you do have this little area right here that this has got to go through when you put it back up. So you probably need to use something like one of these tools like this to kind of push this header back in there, because it doesn't want to always go back in there, right? You can see how it's kind of screwed up there when you try to put it in there. And if you ever need to replace your lights, you just put something in here and pop this out. There's a clip right here and one right here. So these just pry off of here and pop out, and then lights under there. They just plug in. Pretty simple. You can see the switch here. There are two plugs you got to unplug. This is the sunroof switch, which you do have to pop this off. I'm going to show you that in a minute. It's not as easy as it looks. There are a couple clips on here. There's one in the front here and one in the back here. And then this colored piece just snaps on with one little clip. So I'm going to show you that too. I have the old one that I have inside. Now here's the actual sunroof switch. See where the electric plugs in here. This is the piece that's down below, which has the colored piece to match your interior that you push back and forth on. This only is held in by 3 screws, but you got to get this piece off before you can pull this out of the light console. As you can see, and actually the replacement part that I got came with this already snapped on here too, which I thought was kind of stupid, but it does give you a way to learn how to get this off. As you can see, there's a clip here, or a hole for one, and one on the front here. And on the here, you can see there's a little notch sticking out there, and one on the front on this little tab. And these little pieces here just circle and snap onto that. One is you need to watch out which way this comes on and off, and make sure you get this on the right way when you put it back on. That way your logo or whatever you got on your thing is facing the right way, and it's easier to push and pull. And this really just snaps back on here once you get it on here. If you push that down a little harder, it'll just snap in there, and I'd have to pry it off of there again. As you can see, I got pry marks on there. I just took a screwdriver and put it in the side here and pried this out a little. Try not to bend it or break it. I was trying to get at least one of these that was going to be good out of the old one and the new one, but I got them both out without breaking these little tabs, and it popped right out of there. So then you just snap the colored piece off. It only hooks on this one side. It kind of hooks into these pieces down here, but then it only snaps on the one side. So you just lift that up, pop that off, put it back on here, and snap it just back in place. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Unless it's a little scary at first because you don't know how to take this off and you're worried about breaking everything. But it came off.